Here we are back at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. If you follow my channel, you know we have stayed here a couple of times. I do have two previous videos, but in this one I have a brand new tip, which involves using Disney's Riviera Resort as well when it comes to the Skyliner, so stay tuned if you're interested in hearing more about this. So anyways, we decided to check in late per usual, and it's always lovely coming in at nighttime because as you can see, it's just beautiful views. And of course, the check-in process is super simple. We always go through the Disney Experience app, and we always check in early so that we already have our room. We have our room number, and we go straight to our room and unlock our room door with the My Disney Experience app. So a fun fact is if you have certain requests as far as your room location, if you have any handicap accessible needs, you don't necessarily have to wait until you go into the lobby to make those requests there. For instance, when I checked in, I chose to get the first floor ground level and then the area closest to the Skyliner, which is the Jamaica building. Now, after this room tour, I will explain further. So we ended up with the Martinique building on the first floor. This is the room here. It does come with 2 queen beds. You do have your pull-out bed, which I'll show you in a second. Of course, you have your coffee maker there. And this is that pull-out bed there. And we're pushing that back. Under the coffee maker, there is a little refrigerator, which is nice. And then making our way to the bathrooms, you have your closet, you have an ironing board if needed. Of course, you have an iron. And the bathroom has plenty of space. It has a bathtub and shower. And of course, with the favorite shower gel products, which used to be H2O products. And then you have your safe there. And then just showing you another view of the room. Now, the building that I personally prefer is the Jamaica building because it is close to the main Skyliner access hub. This time around, I chose to get the preferred room, which I've done before and we've gotten Jamaica building, but this time around we got Martinique, which is closer to the pool area. It's closer to the main building where you have your quick dining service, you have the lobby area, which is fine and dandy, but I personally just prefer the Jamaica area. So going off track again, they did have all of the newest Christmas merch here in the gift shop. So if you're staying at the Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort for the holidays, keep in mind they will have all the latest merch. They had the Christmas lugs. They had Christmas shirts that I haven't seen at World of Disney. So it was nice to see some exclusive items here in the gift shop. And of course, you have your Disney's Caribbean Beach specific merch. And there is that shirt there. They also have Skyliner merch as well. I'm kind of disappointed they took away the little toy Skyliners that they used to have. But anyways, moving along, this is their shirt selection. This one I was obsessed with, the Nutcracker with Donald and Daisy as Nutcrackers. They have pins galore, so if you're a pin collector, you can definitely get some new pins here. I always love their merch selection. So anyways, moving along into our little dilemma, I did the check-in. We got Martinique building. I did pick a preferred room when I reserved the room. Also, they have an amazing quick service. We always order through the app, and they have an amazing, delicious pork and rice situation there. And this is our first time going to a little lighthouse area. They do have games around it, so you can play like tic-tac-toe. They have mini golf, which we've never seen before, so that was something new for us. So anyways, moving along, I picked the preferred. We got the Martinique building. Now, this was Veterans Day week, so it was very packed. It was booked. And we got the Martinique building, and we were in building number 25. So fun fact, you can actually walk to Disney's Riviera's Resort Skyliner. It was actually closer then Disney Caribbean Beach Resort Skyliner, which is located in the Jamaica building. Now, if you look at a map, which I'll probably include the map resort at the end of this video so you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. The Martinique building location, as you can see here, is right next to Disney's Riviera Resort. So they have a walking path, as you can see here, that goes all along to Disney's Riviera Resort and right to their main Skyliner section. So we just found it was a lot easier just to walk to Disney Riviera's Skyliner rather than having to go all the way across to the Jamaica building and then going over the bridge, because there is a large bridge that goes to from the Jamaica building to the Skyliner. Now, if you're staying in Jamaica building, that's not a problem because you're not already walking clear across the property. You're just going from Jamaica over the bridge to the main Skyliner. So as I'm showing you here, this is our walk to the Skyliner from the Martinique building. And it's scenic, it's wonderful. This day the weather was beautiful. And you can see here Disney Riviera's little splash pad area. If you're interested in staying here, you can kind of have an idea what it's like to see the property, which is nice. They have an amazing kids slide area here, which has a water bucket, and it has a little splash pad area with the water coming up. And Disney Riviera's resort is absolutely beautiful. And then you can see the Skyliners. And once again, we're making our way over. So I'd have to say it's about maybe a 5 to 7 minute walk, depending on how fast you're going. And fun fact, if you do have handicap accessible needs, the Skyliner does have a handicap access. So basically, instead of you boarding the Skyliner while it's going and rolling, they have a special area that you go and the gondola is stopped for you so you can get onto the Skyliner. Also, if you're going on the Skyliner during the time of fireworks, it's great to have a view from the Skyliner gondola. We had just gotten off the gondola and the fireworks were going. So anyways, this is us making our way here. Now, once again, another side note, if what happened to us is they gave us a second floor, we needed the first floor because of our specific needs. And they have a phone number on the My Disney Experience app where you can contact the hotel directly. And you could speak with them over the phone and just explain to them you need the first floor, you need a certain building, and they will have someone call you back immediately that will give you the room location that you need depending on the availability. For instance, I wanted the Jamaica building because I love that building. I know I've said it like a million times, but all the rooms in the Jamaica building were sold out. So they can only offer us Martinique on the first floor. And then the cast member did give us that little piece of advice that we could use the Skyliner for Disney's Riviera Resort, which is closer in my opinion. Now, if you want to see the pool area at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, I do have the other videos, which I will link here at the end of this one, so you can click and see more of the property. And that is the main pool area here. I feel like this one I was focused more on the Skyliner access. And this one we decided to actually test it and see how far away the walk was from the Martinique building all the way to the Skyliner located next to the Jamaica building. And it was a walk. I would have to say it was about a 10-minute walk and having to go over the bridge. Now, Martinique does have their own little pool area. It's smaller, of course, than the main pool, but it's nice if you don't want to have to walk. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay magical. Okay, so here we are with the resort map. I know it's kind of far, but I'm going to zoom in. So there is the main Skyliner. You see Jamaica is there. So that is what I'm talking about as far as the proximity goes. So now we're going to head on over to where Martinique is. So basically you have to go through the center there. There is Old Port Royal, which is where the lobby is. And then there is Martinique. Okay, so ours was building number 25. Now you see Disney's Riviera Resort is right there. And there's where the Skyliner access is. Now, if you're also staying in Aruba, Aruba is now another good option because it is literally right there to the entrance of the Skyliner. Now, what I like about Aruba and Jamaica is they have the Skyliner going right through the building. So you see building 52. So if you step out of your room, you're going to have the Skyliner right over it, which is kind of cool. And the same for Jamaica as well. So if you see my previous shorts or videos, you step out of your room, you look up, and the gondola to the Skyliner is right there, which is pretty cool. You're only going to see that in Aruba and Jamaica. Now on the other side here, once again, is Martinique. And then you have Barbados, which is basically just Barbados. It's there. Now, Martinique, once again, is the preferred room. So if you choose the preferred room, you're going to most likely be in Martinique. Anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful. Thanks again for watching.